Okay, I think we're there. Are we there?
Yeah.
We're StreamYard. We are StreamYard on
YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn.
Okay, that just killed itself. Hello, LinkedIn. We're back again, I think. Are we back? Let me check. Let me check here. Let me check. Yes, we are. Apologise if it's going to make noise.
YouTube, Facebook.
Okay, that LinkedIn made noise. Okay, I'm going to get going. Nod? I think so. Hey everybody, let me know where you're watching from. John Schofield, yes, I can do interpretive dance. Hey Barbara, Glazel. Hopefully we've got sound now for you guys. We're both on LinkedIn and on YouTube. I apologise for the technology. Luke is saying, please move to the new stream if you are watching on YouTube. So what I was going to talk to you about today, I just want to quickly do some revision. Hopefully while I'm doing that revision, we can talk about remembering the straight line that we've been talking about with selling. We did just a little bit of summary while we're doing that. We've got, when we are selling or we are pitching an idea, we have an open, we got massive information gathering. Lots of great questions. Question time. So every good sale starts with question time, then we present, and then we close. And that is the end of it. And today, really what I wanted to talk about was objections, which can happen in this section in here, is our objections. So we've obviously got an objective. The first objective in our massive information gathering exercise in question time is to be getting answers to questions, or at least knowing the directions to take with our questions, so we can make our presentation. Are you in the market right now for a refrigerator? I've been using that example. Beginning of the week, I was sort of in the market for a refrigerator. I knew it was going to die. It died. Today I'm in the market for a refrigerator. So I need to sort that out by the end of the week. Refrigerators, the drinks fridge is dead. So yes, the questions we're getting yeses from. Are you in the market for this? Have you got this challenge, this problem, massive information gathering, so that you can become a trusted advisor? I think I've got a proposal for your solution, or I think that company over there might be the proposal. So you then might refer this person once you understand their challenges and not necessarily sell to them. And that has been probably the fundamental thing that I've discovered with people I've been talking to around the fact that I'm not sure about selling because it's unethical, for example. It's only unethical if you're trying to get someone to buy something, take someone's money, and it's criminal exchange. You're not going to give them, something that's going to help them in life. You're not going to give them something or provide them with something in exchange for the money, but you're exchanging value that's going to get them what they want out of life. So, money is the thing that we use to trade to get other things that we want in life. Money itself, like cash itself, is worthless and useless. You can't use it. Okay, maybe you can use a $50 note as a coaster to stop your drink, your coffee cup marking your table. But apart from that, money is basically useless. So what we're using money to exchange for other things that are useful for us in life, or things that will give us the benefits that we're looking to get in life. We're using money to have a house to live in so that we're safe and warm and secure. We're using money to buy food so that we can nourish ourselves. We're using money so that we have great uplifting experiences. So those kind of things, I'm using money to buy a watch so I can, I can keep time, using money to buy an iPhone so that I can communicate with people and use my computer, mini supercomputer to run my business. So we talked last week about benefits. We talked last week about, asking those great questions to understand the situation, the service. I've been looking this morning at training courses run by other companies, and a great hospitality training course. So it's a service that you can purchase for $70 a month as a software platform if you are a cafe or a restaurant or a bar or a hotel, and it's got front of house training programs in it for people who are tending bars, serving at tables. So it's for bartenders and servers and housekeepers and those sorts of things in the hospitality industry. So, if you are that person, it would be pointless, it would be unethical of me to sell you that $69 a month product if you had absolutely no intention of training anybody in your organization on how to pull a beer at a pub, at a bar, how to pull a beer or make a cocktail. Like it might be pretty cool to make a cocktail in your house at a party, and you might like to, a bit of customer service for your party at home, but it would be unethical of me to push really hard and sell you on that solution because you don't really have the problem. So when we start to get to objections, this is the fear of rejection that we're worried about. Remember we talked about that last week? We talked about the fear of rejection. And this is going to happen. Every single sale, every single salesperson, every single person doing any form of influence, pitching projects, any of that kind of stuff, you're going to get objections. You can get what we would call a layover, which is an absolute yes, or what I could call a bluebird deal, once in a blue moon or once in a red moon. It's very rare. And that's the person that knows exactly what they want, the color, the size, the shape, they've got the money in their pocket, they walk in, they put their money straight down, and they say, I want that, give it to me straight away. Price is right, color's right, everything's right. That's a layover or a bluebird deal. There's absolutely no objections, and they buy straight away. So that is like 1 in 1,000. So the objections are part of everyday business. And I've got lots of different names to them. Obviously, objections is one, or constraints, or friction. Obviously, objections, and they are all of the things, or the knockbacks, or what I like to call the shit test. The shit tests. And so this is, dancing around. I've got to talk to somebody else to get approval, or I've got to, I need to concur. I'm not sure. I'm not ready right now. No, not yet. We're not sure. We've got to make decisions. We need to go away and talk about it. I need to go away and think about it. All those sorts of things are objections, and they're all legitimate. But it's very important to know that they're going to come and have a response ready to go. And responses that can help you with, if the person says, I'm going to go away and think about it, then you just invested all of your time doing your massive information gathering, doing your presentation, and then walked away and said, I'm going to go away and think about it. You are quite within your rights to ask, okay, it's great that you're going to go away and think about it. When will you be allocating the time to think about it? That's a fair question. So it could be a little bit rude, it could be a little bit pushy, but it's about that other person respecting that if they are going to go away and think about it, you really want to unpack if it's actually a no. Is it about something else? It could be price, it could be product. The product or service you're pitching or idea you're pitching doesn't exactly match the solution. So the idea of objections is a really good thing. An unethical salesperson just barges straight through them and might say something like, yeah, okay, you need to go away and think about it, but can you, does it make sense to you? And these are some of the manipulative strategies that people might use to actually say, yeah, I get you need to go away and think about it, but it doesn't make sense to you. So we want to start to be really delicate at this point. We want to know that we're going to get objections, and we want to know that they're going to be thinking something, but maybe they're not feeling comfortable to tell you that. We've got to go back and start spending some time back at the front on this concept of trusted advisor. So what I would probably do at this point in time in terms of doing with objections is saying, okay, I know you need to go away and think about it. If I could oblige you with some time right now while I've got you, can you tell me what's on your mind? Is there any reason why that you can think of right now as to why you wouldn't proceed? And what you're actually doing is, instead of someone saying, I'm going to go away and think about it, you're actually saying, is there any reason right now why you wouldn't proceed? And that is going to give you more honesty. And I think that's what we're looking for right here. We're trying to unpack and get the real. So our objective here is to get the real objection, not to just get an objection saying I'm going to go and think about it, or I've got to go and talk to my wife or my director or my managing director or my partner or my husband or whatever that objection might be. What we've got to do is we've got to find what the real objection is so we can concur with it, because we may have missed the mark over here in our questions on a specific benefit that they're looking for, or a specific feature. You might be trying to sell them something that's blue and they really want red, and they're going to say, well, I'm trying to be diplomatic, I'm actually just going to quietly step away because they're uncomfortable to be really honest with you. So there's two things that come out of these objections. It's about really trying to find the exact objection. And if I was selling real estate, And someone said to me, you know, and I actually had a phone call with my brother this week. Real estate agent called my brother. I happened to be sitting next to my brother. It was about a house that he had looked at. He went to look at this house. He was really excited. It's in a great location. It's where he wants to live. The price was right. But when he got there, he got really disappointed. He's got 2 really young kids, and the living areas were upstairs, and the outdoor area and the swimming pool in the backyard were downstairs, and they weren't connected. And he was really disappointed. And so when the real estate agent followed up and said, look, I heard you're really excited about this and you're really enthusiastic. When can we get that contract signed? My brother was like, yeah, actually, I need to think about it a bit more. When his actual objection was, it doesn't meet my needs because I've got a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and if they're in the backyard and the kitchen's upstairs, I can't supervise my children. The house does not work. An unethical salesperson will persist to try to close that deal and will end up just pissing off my brother instead of actually asking the question and saying, look, you really liked the location, you really liked the house, you were really excited about it, but it physically doesn't meet your needs. How can we solve that problem? How would you solve that problem? My brother's saying it needs $100,000 worth of work to build a staircase to connect the kitchen that's upstairs to the backyard that's downstairs. It just won't work. I'm not prepared to spend that money. That house does not meet my needs. I'm a no. So it was really interesting listening to a sales guy trying to sell to another sales guy, being my brother. And what my brother said was, well, actually, I really like the location. I really like the house. The house each side is perfect. So if you can get either of the owners on each side of that house to sell to me, I'll buy those houses. Price is right, location's right, houses are right, layouts are right. And my brother found out that the owner of this house for sale also owns the one next door. So the real estate agent has gone away to see if he can get one of those houses to come on the market, and he'll get his sale. So the exact product that that person was selling is not fit for purpose because the questions weren't right in the beginning. So the real estate agent doing the selling didn't ask enough questions and also didn't deploy any empathy to see a young couple coming through with 2 young children when they came through the open home and actually think to themselves, this isn't going to work. So in that instance, that real estate agent was just focused on their commission and trying to get that house sold and really didn't care about the buyer. So my point here about these objections is when you are a trusted advisor and a trusted advisor is working with friends, then the objections that get raised, the more trusted you are as an advisor, the more of a close associate you are, then the objections are going to become more honest. And it's very important to then listen to those objections and have responses ready to go, because you're helping the person to guide their decisions. And the whole ethics process here that is the foundation is to say, okay, well, how can we solve that problem? How can we go forward? What are the things that we can do there to work together? You've still got your objective. You've still got to get your revenue in. You've still got your certain product or service, and you've still got to get through these. But it's about working through what might be some of the friction points, the constraints, and all the shit tests as we go. Now, this funny thing here called shit tests. Shit tests, in a pleasant way, can also be called banter. But you've got to listen carefully to that banter. Is the banter covertly hostile, but in a comedy way, or is the person generally bantering with you? And if that's how the relationship's going to go, then that is a good thing. But it could also be a shit test. So we want to be just looking out for that, because they could be really testing your confidence. If they start shit testing you, they do see you as a leader, they do see you as a confident person, and they're not quite sure of their decision, so they're going to start shit testing you. And that is just establishing a pecking order in the human race. And this is a game that I've only recently learned, probably in the last 10 years, and certainly that term. But banter and joking and that sort of stuff has always been funny, but I do tend to miss that because I'm serious and I'm focusing on trying to solve the problem. I miss the banter side of things, and that's something about me is just becoming a little bit more socially aware myself personally. So listen out for these things: constraints, friction, shit test, and banter. I've got the pleasant opportunity of having Abe Chikawi in the room with me this morning while I do this live stream, and I'm just going to divert to him for a second. Is there anything that I could add to this?
You hit the nail on the head when it comes to what we're looking for as an organisation, as a person, when it comes to pushback and objections.
Okay, so he just said something key there. I'm not sure if you can pick up the audio from that. I apologise There's a bit of construction work going on in the office next door. We've tried to fix the sound today and make it a little bit better for you guys, but is pushback. So what we're looking for is pushback, constraints, friction, and shit tests. But the goal is, there's two things here that I wanted to talk about. I guarantee you will get objections. I guarantee you will get pushback. You will get constraints. You will get friction. You will get shit tests. You'll probably get some banter. I guarantee it. It is part of sales. The goal of this session was to tell you you're definitely going to get it and get you thinking about it and go, well, okay, well, if I'm going to get it, then of course someone is going to say, if I'm, this is a case study because I've recently been reading about it. But if I'm selling apartments or if I'm selling penthouses, then somebody is going to say, hey, it doesn't meet my needs. I don't like the color. It's not the right location. Let's keep looking. So they see you as a trusted advisor. I don't want that one. I want you to help me go find. I still want to buy from you, but I don't want to buy that one. I want to buy a different one. And that is the great positioning point of being a trusted advisor, is you can help them find the solution to their problem, not just push your solution onto the problem. And I know that some of you guys are constrained, but sometimes it's more ethical to say, look, I just don't know that my solution is going to be right for you. What I'm going to help you do is the analysis on the competitor solution that you're looking to buy. I know you're going to buy that anyway because it's better for you. Let me help you with that, because that person will circle back to you later on in life as a trusted advisor. Really good, exciting opportunity. Okay, let me know where you're watching from. Hey Ash, hey Tom, hey Joseph, Jose, Cleo, Vanessa, excellent, fantastic. Michael Haynes, hello. Has anybody got any questions? No questions? How's the audio? Are you guys picking up those power tools in the background? Because it's really loud. And Vic is cranky. Excellent. Okay. Well, I'm going to call it early today. We're right on the 30-minute mark. Those power tools are crazy. So, San Francisco, fantastic. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Oh, hello, Mel. My apologies. You're on your daughter's login. Okay, fantastic. So what I'm going to do, a couple of changes next week. We're doing a live stream, same time tomorrow. I'll talk to the builders to try to get the noise slowed down so we can do our live stream without technical difficulty. That'll be tomorrow. So we'll be live this time tomorrow. And then obviously same time next week. So it'll be this time next week. And then also in a week's time. So we're going to talk about two things. The first thing I'm going to talk about is detailed risk management. I'm going to go do a deep dive on risk management and those types of concepts because that's been a topical conversation. And I'm also going to do a deep dive on ISO 27001, information security and cybersecurity, and setting up those management systems. So we're going to have a break next week from sales and selling. I will do some more videos through the week and we'll continue this. So if you want to see more of this stuff on business development, sales and selling, hey Enzo, then let me know and I can jump on and I can do those videos and I can invite you to that stream. We're going to keep doing this. We're building out some sales training products. So there's a couple of books I recommend this week. If you haven't got them or you didn't catch them, I apologize for the technical difficulties at the start. The little red book of selling, I've been carrying that around for a couple of days, got some good little tips and tricks. Hey Craig, thank you very much for my hairstyle. So selling during tough times, secrets to selling when no one is buying, Tom Hopkins, and then obviously the little red book of selling. So that is definitely something that I want you guys to be going with. Okay, so how are we going, Luke? I'm watching a month-old video here on this screen and the comments from that. Remarkable retail is another thing that I want you guys to be starting to think about. I'm going to read this and I'll make some recommendations, but it comes highly recommended. That's definitely something that we can consider and look at in the future. Okay, can you see any questions? Let me just jump on my iPhone. As always, you can reach me on LinkedIn. So please go ahead and connect with me on LinkedIn and direct message me on LinkedIn if you've got any personal questions. Please ask, and I can help you with those. Let me just quickly check.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Hey, Stu, I haven't seen you for ages. Stu Lever. Hello, mate. Simon, Arman, hello Arman. Excellent. So John Schofield, really good point. Research the client needs and calibration of your goods and services. Absolutely fantastic. I agree. Sometimes we can believe the customer is excited about our product as much as we are. That's what I call happy ears. So it's really important to not have your happy ears on. You really want to be listening out for the nuances of these objections, because I guarantee that they will be there. Oh, we just lost everything, did we?
No, it's fine.
Coming back. Okay, just let me see if there's any more comments. Hey Helen, hey Barbara, and John Schofield. Okay, so if there's no more questions, we're going to call it a wrap. That's been half an hour. We're going to sort out the technology. I will see you all same time tomorrow for a live stream. We'll get into a little bit more detail. So again, those book recommendations, I'll hold them up for you so you can screenshot. So get ready to screenshot. These are the 3 books that I'm recommending this week. There you go. Okay, cool. All right, team. We're going to go and have a chat with the builders. Thank them for doing what they promised, which was to not do power tools. So, okay, we'll let them know that we're live streaming. So, hey Simon, Central Queensland, welcome, Port Stephens, and I will see you all tomorrow. So if you haven't reached out to me and connected with me on LinkedIn, it's at Kobe Simat on LinkedIn. Let me just quickly write that for you. We've got lots of great guides. If you haven't checked them out already, go and check out bestpractice.biz/guides. There's lots of free publications. No downloading, there's no there's downloading, obviously you can download them, but you just click on it, you go on the guide, you open the guide, you can download it, and you can edit those things for your office. So lots of great best practice guides coming out at, what is it? Kobe Simat on LinkedIn. Okay. Luke, that's a wrap. It's been technological disaster today. We'll do our best to improve it for tomorrow. Thank you all for your patience, and I will see you all right here next time on Best Practice TV. Bye for now.